Hi everybody, this is Alex Deploy from Expert Forex. Today I'm going to be reviewing 7 great, simple and easy times to trade the Forex market. This is a module which is part of the Simple and Easy Forex series, which consists of about 20 modules covering various topics important to Forex trading. Okay, I'm essentially going to be working through the ebook that is supplied as part of this module and just adding a couple of things as we go through. In general, a lot of Forex traders we find focus so heavily on technical analysis that they forget that the market is actually driven by human behavior, and that human behavior drives the price behavior in the actual market. Volumes increase when participants physically go to the office, and we'll see later on how volumes increase as the various financial markets open. Right, so let's have a look at this chart of the volumes, the daily volumes that go through the Forex market. And in it we can see that the day starts out pretty low. There's a deadish period between when the US closes and the Asian market opens. And the Asian market opens with Australia and Tokyo being the major market in the Asian market. There are also some other ones like Hong Kong and Singapore. And then the market, the volumes drop quite considerably in the afternoon in the Asian market. And as you can see, the early European market really builds a lot more volume, right up to the London Open, which is the biggest market in the biggest volume market in the Forex market. And then the London market after the opening also goes down a little bit, and then the next major opening is the New York Open. That is quite an important open in that both New York and London volumes are then added together, and you get a much bigger volume flowing through the market. And then later on the London market closes, the US market closes, and then we are back into this dead period. Very important to understand that the Forex market is not the volumes aren't evenly distributed. They flow very much with the opening of the banks and financial institutions in the various locations. And also important is to understand that these major markets can influence the direction of the Forex market quite importantly. And as we can see in this example, you can see how the Tokyo Open resulted in a downward trend in the market. Then the European Open reversed that trend and pushed it upwards. The US Open reversed that trend and pushed it downwards. And then the closure of London gave the US an opportunity to push the price back up again, and then as the US closed, the price drifted slightly down again. So a lot of the price movement is based on when the markets are open and what the sentiments are in the various markets. As mentioned before, there's a dead period between the US closure and the Asian market opening, and this little chart shows you how the volumes go so low that the candles don't have proper bodies. They have lots of gaps, and not a really good time to trade. So beware of trading in that particular time. To show you a different perspective of the rhythm of the market, I have a schedule here of about 15 or 16 currencies showing the actual range that each of those currencies trade through in a particular hour. So, and the times you're on Greenwich Mean Time, so it shows the range. For instance, like the pound yen, it shows that the pound yen has traded 25 pips in the hour, in the first hour Greenwich Mean Time, and it follows the progress of the range there. And you can immediately see that the start of the UK market and the start of the US market are major volume increase areas, and then the Asian market is the third volume increase area. So good to study this chart and get a good feel of what the rhythm of each particular currency is. For instance, the Canadian dollar would be quite different from the yen, in that the Canadian only peaks in the US session, and the yen might peak in the Asian or the UK sessions. Now, a lot of people get a bit confused with daylight saving adjustments, and my suggestion is that to use this site called Time and Date. Time and Date really aligns all the local times in the whole world with each other. So if you're unsure about the local time in a particular country, or you are unsure as a result of daylight saving adjustments, just use this site, and it's absolutely wonderful for identifying the local times of other areas that differ in time from your own local time. Okay, in the next video, we're going to be moving on to more specific characteristics of the major markets. And until then, a cheerio from me, Alex Deploy.